Welcome back to another episode of Get Your Act Together with Mike Bain. That's me. How you doing? Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're doing well. I got some dirty energy out of me, so I'm feeling a lot fucking better. I had some stuff going on. I had a spider really fuck up a masturbation session. Yeah, I was just like, I'm going to come downstairs today. I'm going to, start the day, have some coffee, rub one out, and then record my podcast. And this spider had other things in mind. Now, I've been having an issue with spiders as of late. Now, I've lived with a girl who owned 3 tarantulas and then gifted me a tarantula, so I had 4 tarantulas in my apartment. I'm not arachnophobic. She was an entomologist, a bug scientist. I'm actually really good with creepy, crawly things. She had 4 snakes, Madagascar hissing cockroaches, salamanders, frogs, newts, a rabbit. Rabbit, I actually took me a while to get along with because he would piss and shit under my desk, and I had a carpet there, so my carpet was just covered in rabbit piss. But who else? I know we had other shit. A lot of moths, a lot of butterflies, a lot of caterpillars. So I can rock with all that. But I cannot fuck with interruption spiders. Okay, now I'm living in New Hampshire, and it's August right now. It's August. But for some reason, all right, it feels like October going into November. It has been cold all week, and the spiders have started coming inside, as they do in the fall. And I've been dealing with some big fuckers. I had some friends over, and I slept in the cellar because there's 2 beds down there, and I knew no one would want to deal with the cellar spiders. It was actually pretty fucking frightening. It was a childhood fear that I'm very glad that I conquered, because it was not an easy one. It was that was a big one. It was like my Macaulay Culkin boiler thing from Home Alone. The other day I put on a shoe. I get in the car with my cousin, and I feel something on my leg. And all right, whatever. And I feel something again, and I feel something again. I finally look down. Thumb-sized spider had been in my shoe, and he managed to crawl his way up and was crawling up my leg. So I'm already on edge with spiders. This morning, I'm sitting on my couch. I'm watching porn on my phone. I'm about to have at it. Well, I'm in the process of having at it. I'm actually about to come. I'm getting close. You know when you keep looking for that video and you never find it and you go, fuck it, I'll go back to the original video? I've gotten better with that. You used to spend way too much time looking for the right video. I'm actually really good at shopping for porn. Porn shopping used to be very difficult. I was always looking for the perfect product. And now I go in, this is what I need. I'm in, I'm out, bing, bang, boom. Bob's your uncle, not on the napkin. And out of the corner of my eye, I see something. And I look, and around Halloween when you go to iParty or even at Rite Aid, and they have those big, awful plastic jet black spiders with the legs coming out directly on the side. It was that. It was that in real fucking life. And he had come down from my ceiling, which I don't have a second floor ceiling in my parlor, so it just goes straight up. It's like a tilted roof. So he came down 30 feet from the ceiling, landed about 4 feet from me at the edge of my couch. Right when I noticed, he hit the ground and ran under the couch. And I haven't been able to come. I think that... Dude, I think I got masturbation scarring from a fucking spider, dude. I don't know. It's been... I like living. This is my first time living out in the woods. And I get stuff. I've realized that 90% of all the problems we have as Americans, or just as people in general, are disagreements over class and politics and race and urban versus rural and all that shit, old versus young. It's just most people can never imagine. They're just ignorant. I don't even mean that in the super like you're dumb sense, but we just don't know or understand other things. And how do I put, we don't, most people can't see the world through anyone else's eyes other than their own. They just can't. But I totally get libertarians now. I get why rural people hate the government. I get fucking Ted Bundy. I get Bundy now. It makes sense. You know, I know, because in the city, everything's just done for you. You pay taxes and shit is taken care of. Out here, I had friends up. I have 8 garbage bags of trash. And I was like, when does trash come? Trash doesn't come. There's no trash. There is no garbage truck. There's no trash guy. You have to bring your trash to the dump yourself. And the dump's only open like 3 days a week at certain times. There's no garbage man, dude. One of my friends said, I'll mail you something. I go, dude, I don't have a mailbox. I don't get fucking mail. They don't give me mail. If I want to get mail, I have to go drive into town to the post office and get a P.O. box. You just don't get mail out in the country. My road, it's just dirt. All the roads around me, they're just dirt. No one paved them. There's no fucking streetlights. None. Like if you're outside and there's no moon, you're fucked. You are fucked. Like you don't have a flashlight. You are fucked. I'm talking pitch black darkness. All right. I went out there one night high on, tripping balls on mushrooms. You don't know black, dude. You don't know that kind of dark. And I'm like, dude, I'm angry. And if I paid taxes, I would stop paying them. I get it, dude. I get why dudes in the country are like, I hate the government, because the government doesn't do anything for you out here. None of the shit, the government doesn't do anything. You do all the stuff yourself. If a bear comes around, you shoot him. If you shoot your problems away. There's very little. The fire department is mostly volunteers. The police are extremely small. There really isn't. People in the country just have to take care of themselves completely. Moving from the city to the country is like moving out of your parents' house at 40 and you're like, why don't my cabinets have food? That's what it's like. It's growing up. It honestly is. It's exactly how that feels. It's like a dude who leaves his mother's house and he's 45 years old and he's in his new apartment and he's like, where's my mop? I don't have any toilet paper. Wait, apartments don't just come with mops? That is literally how living in the country feels. Especially the dude who's been in the city my entire life. You go, oh shit, these dudes really do just take care of themselves and they're on their own. There's no wonder they hate paying taxes. I hate paying taxes and I get shit for it. Like, I pay taxes back in my home state and I get stuff for it and I still get angry. These dudes pay taxes and they get nothing. You get nothing. Dude, like I'm driving a 98 Honda Civic and I was talking to my cousin's husband. He goes, good luck with that in the winter. And then I go, oh shit, they don't shovel the sidewalks because there are no sidewalks to shovel. They don't plow the roads, just the main interstates. That's it. That's why everyone up here drives a pickup. I was like, it's just people being rednecks. No, they need to drive pickups. Everyone, just like the old lady who wants to go to the grocery store, she's going to drive a pickup and throw a fucking plow on it if she wants to get bread and milk. There's no delivery service. You don't get shit delivered. Also, I understand why there's so many DUIs. There's no Uber here. There's no Uber, and there's no Lyft, and there's no taxis. So you have to drink and drive. I should make people pay me to be a designated driver. I don't know if I could do that. I have a hard time driving my friends home drunk. Never mind driving home a bunch of shithead country folk. Maybe they're nicer. Are they nicer? No, Mike, they're not. You know they're not nicer. No one's nice. But anyway, if you're wondering why I'm nice and toasty right now, yesterday I went to a water park. That's right. I went to a water park, and I forgot how unique the water park experience is. The water park is one of the most unique American experiences there is. And I'm worried that it's going to be lost as a result of COVID. Like, kids won't grow up with that. I went, and it was fucking freezing. I went to a water park in the White Mountains of New Hampshire. It was ice fucking cold, but it was also, because of COVID fears, no one there. So it was amazing. Okay, and I went with my cousins that are 5 and 6, which was amazing. I get to spend time with family. It really, like, I don't, spending time with families made me realize a good 30%, Mike, a good 60% of the fucking I was doing in New York City was purely out of loneliness. Some of it was horniness, but most of it was just like, I'm lonely and I miss people and I want someone to talk to, so I'm going to hump them and then talk to them after. That was pretty much my deal. But I forgot how trashy water parks are. Water parks are like they're a special level of trashy. My dad took me to Blizzard Beach when I was 11 in Disney World. That was trashy. He took me to a water park at Weirs Beach, New Hampshire in Laconia. Extremely trashy. But there is something about the water park. It's something that you do when you're like an immigrant or the children of an immigrant, and you finally think you've made it in America. You know, like when an immigrant group comes to America and first person really has to suck it up for the next generation. And that generation, the generation after, finally gets like a city job or a union job, and they think they've made it because they don't live in a tenement house anymore. And they start doing what they think are quasi-middle-class things. They go to a water park. Now, it was fun. Love spending time with my family. But it was... going to a water park, not being a kid, I've realized... these things aren't made for fat people. Now, I'm on 190, 195 pounds right now. Tacked on some because of quarantine. But there was some fat motherfuckers at the park. And I don't understand. Why do you go to a water park if you're fat? Like, what's the idea behind that? Where's the motivation to go to a water park if you have to wear your shirt? Because there were a lot of dudes wearing shirts. There were a lot of ladies forcing themselves into bikinis that just didn't work. Just sitting there looking like a nice full ass crab rangoon. You know, when you see a crab rangoon, it's just nice and golden and just puffed out, and it wants to burst open. There was a lot of that, except not quite as appetizing. And it was, now granted, this is a New Hampshire water park, so there was some great people watching. And my 5-year-old cousin says to me, she goes, Mike, we're in a pool, a heated pool. She goes, can I pee in the water? And I go, yeah. And then the woman right behind me goes, I hope that's not why it's warm. And I go, oh, fuck. This is what I'm doing. I'm being that uncle that teaches bad habits, which I'm fine with. But I pull her in close and I go, look, you can pee in the pool if you want to. Just don't tell anyone. She goes, no, I'm not going to. And I was like, oh, fuck. Don't let this bitch scare you. Part of going to a water park is pissing in the water. This is why you pay money to go to a water. I'm paying money to piss in this water. Okay? When I'm in the wave pool, I'm pissing. When I'm in the water slide, I'm pissing. When I'm walking from one slide to another and I'm barely even dripping wet, I'm pissing. That's what I'm doing. All right? I'm just standing at the top of that water slide with it out, just peeing in, okay? That's what you pay for when I go to a water park, is to pee in the water. Okay? Jacuzzi, I'm pissing. All right? It's a water park. We're all doing it. Stop it. Stop it, America. Stop doing this, okay? You do this thing, America, where you go, I don't have sex with trans women. Yes, you do. I don't go pee in water parks. Yes, you do. I don't do heroin. Yeah, you do. Okay? Cut it out. Stop pretending to be better than you are. They serve alcohol at the water park. Dudes were getting lit at the water park. Basically, what you could do is you could just get drunk. I watched this couple just getting fucking loose on the side of the wave pool, which they make feel like a beach, and then they just send their kids in, and the kids just drowning, man, just getting wrecked with waves, and the parents just sitting there just chug. And I go, dude, this is it. This is how America ends, man. This is the end of the empire, the end of America. Riots in the street, people shooting each other, and working middle class America at a water park, just crushing margaritas while the kids drown in a wave pool of piss. Hey man, it ain't that bad an end. It could be worse. I think Rome had it worse. At least we're not getting sacked by Visigoths. You know, what are you going to do? I realize, though, there are weight limits on these slides. Okay? I almost went on a couple of kid slides, which had a 100 to 150 pound limit, and the regular slides had a 250 pound limit. And as I'm walking up the stairs, I'm looking at the slides, and some of the seams are just pouring water. And it hits me. I go, this place isn't as safe as I think it is. For some reason, in my mind, when I think of a theme park or a water park, I'm like, oh, these guys are like, they have their shit together. No. This was just a couple who did way too much cocaine, and they were just up one night at 4 a.m. in a cabin, just doing gaggers, just beasting through an 8-ball. And then one of them goes, what if we open a water park? And the wife goes, fucking genius. And the guy goes, it is, isn't it? And they're like, oh yeah, all right, we're going to hire some fucking illegals. They're going to build the slides. Like, dude, the people who own amusement parks, especially these little ones, no idea. And I'm watching the water pour from the cracks. It reminded me of, I went to this, in New Hampshire, they have Columbus Day weekend fairs. And I went to one, and this was very strange, because the Connies weren't white. Something happened, and now we only have, like, Central American Connies. And I'm like, what happened to my country, huh? This is America, and I want white Connies, okay? I want white Connies who have 3 teeth and fuck their sisters. I don't know when it happened, but something changed, and I get on I guess it's like the pirate ship. The ship goes up like this. It's just a big pendulum. And as I'm sitting there, I noticed that someone wrote in Sharpie on the back of the seat that's facing me, and they wrote, this ride was built and is operated by Mexicans. Do you feel safe? ? And I was like, when you put it that way, but then it hit me anyway. It was like, dude, the guys running any of these have maybe a 4th grade education. I'm like, when you go to an amusement park, like a fair, you are really taking your life in your hands, man. That is, I meet people and they're like, dude, I would never jump out of a plane. I'm like, you go on the fucking tilt-a-whirl in Freiburg, Maine, okay? You are all about taking chances. You went on the Gravitron, all right? In Berlin, New Hampshire. You are not a man who plays it safe, okay? Cut the fucking shit. All right? I love meeting dudes that are like, oh, dude, I would never bungee jump. But you snort Percocet that may have fentanyl? You fucking ballsy bastard. Dude, the water park it really is a piece of Americana. It is. God, these like preteens almost cut me in line. I almost had to. I didn't have to fight him, Michael. That's you being violent. Whenever there's teenagers around, I'm always like, fuck, I'm going to have to fight these kids. Every time. But they tried to cut me in line, and I'm like, fuck, I got to fight them? I was like, dude, I want to fight 14-year-olds right now for cutting me in line at the wakeboard. All right? They had like one of those, like it shoots up a wave, and you get on it in a surfboard or a wakeboard, and the kid in front of me is just rolling and doing somersaults, and I'm like, I could do that. So I get on the wakeboard, try and do a roll, and next thing I know, I'm thrown in the air, and I land against a wall, smash my knee. My knee now looks like it has a massive egg in it, and my little cousin just sitting there, and I'm like, oh, fuck. This isn't a good day for you, Mike. You're not doing a good show. But I also don't understand. Like, I haven't taken a water slide at this weight before. Dude, the ridges, they are not it's not flat. Water slide feels flat when you're only 80 pounds and you're a kid. When you go down and you're close to two bills, you feel every fucking ripple and wedge on the way down. The whole ride is just me just drilling little plastic bumps like ka-tunk, ka-tunk, just pieces of skin peeling off. I'm losing freckles. Fun time though. I actually really did enjoy myself. I still don't understand how after all this self-accepting, fat dudes are still doing the shirt thing. Like, just dude, let it go, man. I used to be one of those dudes when I was a teenager. I was fat. I was fat, and I was grossly fat, and I was a shirt at the beach kind of guy. Shirt at the pool dude, and the shirt for a fat dude, all right? Fat dudes wearing shirts. It's like when your aunt won't acknowledge that her son is gay. It's just like that. It's just like that. You know, when you meet an evangelical and he has a wife and you go, that's a beard. That is a beard. A beard is a woman who a gay man dates so people don't know he's gay. And you're just looking at him and you're like, is everyone just pretending that this dude isn't gay? I dated a girl where that happened. Like, I went to a family function, I think it was Thanksgiving, and I go, and as I walk over, yeah, her uncle's there, and he goes, excuse me, said her name. I'll just lie. Excuse me, Caitlin. Who is this? And I'm just like, afterwards I go, I didn't know your uncle was gay. She goes, he's not gay. I think your uncle's gay. She goes, he's not gay. He has a wife and 2 kids. And I'm like, well, I think you should tell your aunt and your cousins that their husband and dad is gay because he's fucking gay, dude. And it's okay. But she goes, no, some men are just effeminate. And I go, there's a big difference between effeminate man and very gay. And this dude is very gay. And that is fine. But for the love of God, let him accept it. It's one of those weird things where everyone in the family just ignores it. Everyone pretends. And the mother is just like, I had that with like a second cousin where the mother came out and goes, can you believe Steve is gay? And everyone goes, yeah. Yeah, Kathy, we can believe he's gay. He told us he likes penis. Like, dude, that's what the fat dude with the shirt is. That's what the fat dude with the shirt is. It's this weird thing where everyone's like pretending like we don't know what's going on. Dude, we can see the jelly rolls through. Honestly, it's worse when you wear the shirt because then it clings to your boy boobs. All right? And then you're sitting there and it looks like you're in a fat dude wet t-shirt contest. Your big fucking nipples just poking through. Don't do it, man. Just come out of the closet. Come out of the closet and be the fat man that you know you are. Let it be, dude. Accept yourself. Especially if you're gay and fat. Oh, that's tough, man. If you're trying to not be fat and be gay and you're both, oh, dude, that's tough. Because the gays don't like the fats either. Well, some of them. A lot of them don't. But then there's like a subsection that are obsessed with them. That's tough, man. That's tough, dude. It was, I don't know, man. It was... like, I'm cool with my body, and I was happy. I'm running around with no shirt on, but there are moments where, like, you just don't feel... So I did this slide, and it's called, like, the whirlpool or something. And you just get in the slide, and it shoots you down, and it goes boop, and then you enter a fucking toilet bowl. You just enter a toilet bowl, and the whole thing is that you get enough momentum when you come down the slide. It's just a straight shot. And then you just spin around the fucking toilet bowl till there's a hole in the middle and you just plop through the hole like a fucking turd, like a loaf of shit. And it was probably one of the most humiliating experiences of my life. Because not only could I feel every ripple and ridge digging into me as I went down it, but once you get in the bowl, you're on your back and you're staring up at all the people waiting in line. And I'm just looking at these 4 redneck kids just staring down at me. And the problem is that I made it around once. And then I ran out of momentum. And I was just slowly moving across the bowl. And then I ran out of forward momentum, and I just started slowly sliding down, just like a piece of bird shit on a window, like a car window, just really slow, not fast, just on my back, staring up at these 4 hillbilly kids. All right, one of them is just playing a banjo. Ding-a-dang on dang on dang on down. And I'm just staring at them, and they're staring at me, and this was this weird life moment. My cousin couldn't go on the ride because the pool at the bottom is 8 feet deep, and I realized why it's 8 feet deep, and he couldn't swim. So he's watching me. He looks up to me, and I'm just looking like garbage. And I get to the edge, and I'm just kind of stopping at the edge. It's so slow, and I'm trying to inch myself. And you don't just quickly fall in. You just kind of come to the edge, and your shoulder goes off, and slowly you just kind of fall over in the most grotesque way humanly possible. But the park was mostly empty, so we were running upstairs. We were on this one tube slide where it was a double, and he loved, and he wanted to do it 15 times in a row. But I was basically climbing 8 flights of stairs every time, and every time I'd get to the top, I'd just be like, and the 16-year-old girl at the top can see what's going on with me. She can see what's happening, and she's trying to she's being super cool because I'm letting my cousin get in the front of the tube, and then she'll look at me and she goes, give me this look like you need a minute, don't you? And she's moving, holding the tube, and I'm just like, it's weird that water parks are designed for fat people, but they don't suit them. It's weird. And what's going to happen is my cousin is going to think back to when he was 6 and he had a bunch of fun at this water park with me. And then he's going to go as an adult and he's going to be like, what the fuck? Which is exactly what I did. And then he's going to be like, I got to make my kids believe this is the best fucking place ever. Ever. And then it repeats, baby. It repeats. Speaking of younger generation, dude, Bryce Hall. You guys don't know who Bryce Hall is. Bryce Hall is a TikTok celebrity, and I know what you guys are thinking. Mike, you into that shit? No. But I know Bryce Hall is because Bryce Hall is a TikTok celebrity who he lives in a house in the Hollywood Hills, not Hollywood, in Beverly Hills, because I believe Hollywood's technically a different city than LA. And he had a party for his 21st birthday. Now, the house he lives in is populated by him and 3 or 4 other super famous TikTok boys, celebrities. And as a result of having this party, the mayor of LA shut off all utilities to the house, so water and electricity, which, from my understanding, is illegal. I'm pretty, that is an illegal thing. But anyway, the mayor did it, and people are like, yeah, fuck him. And the reality is, people just want to hate on him because he's really good looking, and he's really rich, and he does nothing. And when I first saw him, I wanted to hate on him too. Because this house, now they all look the same. It's very weird, and I'm still convinced that TikTok is just a soft entrance to pedophilia. There's too many young kids dancing around near naked. It's a lot, okay? And I looked him up, and everyone's trashing him right now. They're trashing him so hard. And all his videos are just him and the other 4 guys in the house. They're like twinks, but they're jacked. I don't know what that... I think that's a twink hunk. I think that's a twunk, right? I think that's what they are. Because they're fucking... Dude, they all have 50 abs. They take their shirt off, and it's just these big pecs and just pure abs. And they have that V thing that I will never in my life have, which is I don't even think that I have the muscle for that. You know when you see the dude who's got the abs and there's that weird V shape, almost welcoming or pointing to your penis? I don't know what muscle that is. I don't even know if that's a bone. I don't know what that is. I just know I don't have it, and I will never feel what it is. But they all have that. But they're all smooth. Okay? And it's really weird and creepy, but young girls love them. Creepy dudes love them. Okay? And Bryce Hall basically was like, fuck you, bitch. I'm having a party. And I got to give it to these dudes. I wanted to hate them. I wanted to hate on them for being young and rich and on TikTok, but I fucking like them, dude. Not in that way. Not in what way? No, not in that way. These guys, and now they're just leaving. They're just like, fuck it, I'm going to go party in Maryland. They went to Maryland to go party because fuck LA. But these guys are they're the rock stars of their age, man. This is what rock and roll used to be. This is what punk rock was. Fuck you. Fuck the rules. I don't care. Whatever. I'm going to do what I want. Oh shit. I shouldn't be streaking through a soccer game. Fuck you, punk rock. Running around naked. I shouldn't pierce my nose and then attach it to a chain that goes to my frenulum. Fuck you. I'm doing it. That was rock and roll, man. Fuck the man. Fuck the state. Fuck your conformity. Fuck your rules. Dude, the young generation now is the worst, most bitch-ass generation ever because they follow rules. They do what the media and their government tells them to do. They're like, there's a pandemic, stay inside. Dude, you're young. You're supposed to be going, fuck you. You're just running around, eating bats. Just grabbing rabid bats and just fucking Ozzy Osbourne gnawing their fuck. That's what young fucking dudes are supposed to do. You're supposed to be saying, fuck the system, man. Burn your masks. You're supposed to not give a fuck. That's what it's all about, dude. That's what being young is all about. It's not giving a fuck. And right now, the people that don't give a fuck, I don't know, it's like militia dudes and TikTok celebrities. How did this happen? Bryce Hall is doing the punk rock and roll thing. Trashing hotel rooms. Having parties during pandemics. Making out with random people. Knowing he has COVID. That's fucking rock and roll, man. That's what the celebrities are. I built concerts for years. And the rock stars you would think would party, they don't. They hop in their bus and they leave. The only person I ever worked for who partied was Rihanna. Rihanna has fun. Rihanna, dude. That chick, I have never cleaned up so many blunt roaches from a green room in my life. I got to give it to Rihanna. She's the real deal. But Bryce Hall, these are the guys trying to lead the generation, and the young kids are like, no, I want to do my homework. No, I want to follow the rules. No, I don't want to risk other people's health because of my own selfishness. That's what fucking being young is all about. It's about being selfish. You're supposed to not care if your actions hurt other people. That's the meaning of being a teenager. What's the point of growing up then? Like, how do you grow up if you're not a piece of shit when you're younger? How do you just come out the pussy being an 80-year-old man and going, I'm gonna stick to curfew, and I'm gonna wear my mask, and I'm gonna socially distance? No! You guys are doing it all wrong. You're supposed to be having secret raves in abandoned warehouses and out in the desert, all right? And not wearing masks, and not wearing condoms, and being out and spray painting shit. Go be young. How is Gen Z already a bunch of geriatrics? Just literally just bunch of snitches too. You guys are ratting on everyone. People get on TikTok or YouTube, and then next thing you know, someone's reporting them with a geolocation saying, this dude has 3 people in his house, and they're 2 feet away, and they don't have masks. Dude, what are you guys doing? You guys are fucking up being young. You are fucking up being young, dude. Can't believe Bryce Hall is a fucking legend, dude. None of them are intelligent. None of these guys are very intelligent. It's weird how that works. Why is it that it's so hard to get, like, brains and, like, a good body and a big dick? It's weird that the universe almost never lets that happen. The universe really does give and take. You know, like, I get to know things. I have an okay penis, but I will never have abs. I will never have abs because the chance for me to have them was when I was a teenager, and I was a fat fucking teenager. And now I can't get them. You don't get abs in your 30s, dude. You don't even get them in your 20s. Only way I get abs now is if I make getting abs my job. I have this conversation with people all the time. They go, Mike, you can get abs if you want. And I go, yes, if I make it my 40-hour-a-week job, I can get abs. Only then. I cannot work and be a human being and be an adult and just get abs. You can't do that. I can't just go to the gym 3 hours a day and eat healthy and get abs. It doesn't work that way. That is an 8-hour-a-day affair with a multi-million-dollar budgeting on dieting. That's how it works. Keep up the good fight, Bryce Hall. Keep it up, TikTok. Keep it up, TikTok house. You guys are fighting the powers. Like, this is a movie, man. Like, kids have party. Mayor shuts down electricity and water. Kids still party. That is every 80s movie, dude. Like, somehow we live in a generation where the roles have been reversed, and the young whippersnappers, you know, the guys from fucking Animal House, they're the older folks. They're at Sturgis just literally making out with COVID positive buffaloes. Just having fun, riding motorcycles up hills, knowing they could die. Fuck it, just getting wrecked, smoking meth, banging hookers. And then the kids, they're acting like the dean. The Gen Z kids are on TikTok going, "You suck, Bryce Hall," and it's always the same line. It was putting other people's lives at risk, and they're going, "I want an apology." Dude, he didn't do it to you. Why does every person think that they get an apology for shit that doesn't affect them? Like, Bryce Hall doesn't owe you an apology because he's rich, cool, good-looking, and had the best 21st birthday of his life. You know what happened on my 21st birthday? I was going to go out with my friends, and my dad said, You're not going out with your friends yet. You can do that tomorrow. I'm bringing you to a fucking titty bar with me. That was my 21st birthday. My 21st birthday, was it in the Beverly Hills in a mansion with fucking supermodels? No. It was in Stoughton, Massachusetts at a titty bar called Alex's. And my dad took me in. Well, first, we went to a place in South Boston called Miller's Market, the coldest beers in the world. These guys kept their beers in a freezer at a perfect temperature. It was the exact temperature, like a degree before, half a degree before beer freezes, okay? Which I believe is just water freezing, but right there. And so you would crack the can and there would be just a fine little thing of slush. And he grabs them. We're in the truck driving down 93, driving on the highway, and he just hands them to me. He goes, open those up. Starts fucking crushing beers. He's like, start crushing them too. And I'm like, what? He's like, don't tell no one. We're fucking doing it. So me and my old man, he brings me there. Come inside. Places. Greasy. Grimy. And he finds the dirtiest stripper there and has her give me a lap dance. And I knew my dad went to titty bars, but I never saw him in like full titty bar mode. And it was something to be seen. It was pretty intense. Like, he was the dude at the titty bar who like goes to the go-go dances and the poles and just sits there right up with his face, hands him a buck, just, like, just like all in there. And I'm like, wow. But yeah, that was my 21st. And then the next night I got blackout drunk with my friends. No, the next night I went out, I got to the bar, realized I forgot my ID, had to taxi home, taxi back, and I got blackout drunk and puked everywhere. So, stop hating on Bryce Hall. He's a fucking hero, and he's an example for all you young shitheads for what you should be doing. Go fucking be assholes so that you have something to regret and you have a place to come up from. Okay? You're not supposed to be a sanctimonious cunt when you're 16. Okay? You guys complaining about Bryce and people breaking quarantine, you're the religious girl from high school. You're the girl at the party, at a keg party, who brings up Jesus and tells everyone they're going to hell. That's you. That's you right now. Stop being that girl. But Bryce Hall, show him how it's done, dude. Keep it up. Keep being the legend that America needs. Because, God, I was just thinking, man, there's no rock bands, dude. It's weird that all our young celebrities and musicians, instead of encouraging bad behavior, are now encouraging good behavior. And I'm going to be honest, I don't fucking like it. I don't like it. I don't. Dude, I was just listening to, what's the band from the 80s? I can look this up, Mike, you fucking dumb cunt. It doesn't matter. There's a band from the 80s with a song called 17. There you go. She's only 17. 17. And it's, if you listen to the lyrics, which I was listening to, it's all about how, like, people are saying she's not old enough, but she's old enough for me. So, I don't know, fucking Jesus Christ, man. I guess, why is this so... And it reminded me of when I was a kid. I used to listen to oldies with my mother and father, and they would give me shit for the music I listened to because it had parental advisory stuff on it. But when I go back and listen to their songs, it was like, young girl, get out of my life. My love for you is way out of line. You're too young, girl. You're much too young, girl. It's a song about a dude dating a fucking underage girl. What the fuck? That's on the radio. Like, he's saying you're much too young. Not, hey, I'm a little older than you and 10 years is a bit of an age gap. You're fucking 15. And this song, this is on the oldies. This is the fucking acceptable music. Like, if you actually listen to those songs, under the boardwalk, out of the sun, under the boardwalk, we'll be having some fun under the boardwalk. board cock. That's a song about smashing a girl under a boardwalk. People walking above. Dude, they're at a fucking boardwalk, right? And mothers and fathers are up there with their kids playing games. You know, dad is there with the kids playing the squirt gun game, and the kid beats him, and he's like, I'm going to beat you when we get home, kid. But underneath this fun, family-friendly, Connie bullshit, a dude's just fucking smashing girls. Just having, and you know, it's 50s and 60s, so it's definitely raw fucking sex in the sand with fucking clams and crabs. That's on the radio. That was this special time in America that we're going back to. But we can't have wet ass pussy, but you can have under the boardwalk. I'll be choking her out under the boardwalk. Anal fun tonight too. No. What's the other one? Mary Hill sure was fun down in Cherry Hill Park after dark. Listen to that song. Listen to that song about the chick in Cherry Hill Park. It's a song about a neighborhood whore. She's a neighborhood whore in Cherry Hill Park, and everyone's fucking tagging her. The whole town is smashing her. And what it sounds like, at the same time, like this is a song about a chick that you know that chick from your town that everyone smashed? That's what this is a classic song that my parents let me listen to as a kid. And it's about a squad of dudes running a train on a chick in a park after dark. And how good she was to all of them. But we can't have wet ass pussy, right? Fuck you. Oh, God. The baby boomers thought they were so cool because they would talk about doing drugs and having sex, but they used code and language. Like the Beatles were so awesome because they said, Lucy in the sky with diamonds, which is code for LSD. But fuck you. I like that we're just like, yeah, I fucking did it. Yeah, I did what I thought was coke, and it turned out to be meth, and got my dick sucked by a prostitute, which I thought was a woman, but turned out to be a man, and my penis never got hard. And well, that would be in a song, and it would be melodic. Obviously, I'm doing this. I'm not doing music. Somebody should make that song, please. If you're watching or listening, please make the song about how you thought your prostitute was a woman, and you thought the meth was coke. Please make that song, because I think our generation really needs it. I think that's the thing that's going to bring America together, put us back on track. I think what other fucking filthy, raunchy songs. You know, at least Motown was just about love. Motown wasn't even dirty, man. You know? They tried to write Motown off because of black music. Motown was like about Temptations were all about love, man. Temptations weren't singing about running trains on bitches in Cherry Hill Park. Fucking guttering ass chicks. She's my cherry pie. I feel like that girl was underage. I know they didn't say it, but I don't know, man. When I hear that song, I'm like, she is. Like, that song was written about a 16-year-old. Probably. I mean, all those rock bands used to do that. You know, there is a club. I hope I didn't say this already in the pod, but there was a club where they used to go. Led Zeppelin and the major artists of the 70s up until I think the early 80s went to a club in LA where the girls there couldn't be over the age of 18. Yep, that happened. Look it up. That is real. I'm not making this up. That's a real thing. Just throwing that out there. Anyway, somebody asked me, how are you doing in the question. I'm doing good. In the weekly question, someone said, how are you doing? I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I hope next time you give me something more to talk about, but I will settle for that one. And, let me leave on this, man, because I do want to leave you guys with some of the substance. If you know, I'd like to make you laugh, but also, things are getting wild. As you guys know, if you watch the news, Some more shit went down. Some people have been shot. Some people have been killed. And I just want to say this. Be informed, but understand that social media and media in general is designed to make you hate. It's designed to make you angry because you consume more of it. All right? Going on Twitter, going on certain things to look for stuff. There's this weird thing where, and I'm guilty of this, where you find the information that you needed. All right, you found the info. And instead of just being done with it, though, instead of saying, okay, I have the info, I'm good, you then look for just more shit to confirm how you already feel or to make you feel a certain way. And sometimes it's bad. Like, you look for the comments that are gonna make you angry. And don't do that to yourself. Don't. For real, motherfucker. Don't do that to yourself. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to love and fear and be frustrated and have all those human emotions. But remember this. These apps are designed to make you angry because when you're angry, it's like being drunk or high. You do that first line of Coke. What do you want? More fucking Coke. You watch that first violent video and what do? You watch 10 more. You watch that first comment that really fucking gets in there. It's designed to make you hate, man. It's designed to feed on something primal inside of you. They know that, man. Twitter hits me up whenever something political happens, especially something very divisive. When something extremely divisive happens, Twitter it sends up a little update. It's like hey, it's the worst, dude. It's like getting a text message from a fucking crack dealer when you're an addict. It's just like, hey, just checking in on you. Did you want some more crack? It's some good crack. That's how I feel. Twitter's like, hey, look at this. Quick, update. Trump kicked a retarded puppy in the face. That's what Twitter does. And it's like, come watch the fucking fight. Oh, shit. Come on, Twitter, baby. Ben Shapiro is getting into it with Bryce Hall. It's like, you need to watch right now. It feels like I'm getting a picture of a girl's pussy who I know is bad for me. Like, you ever get a text message from someone who you used to fuck with and you know they're bad for you? You just know. You're like, I cannot fuck with you. You are toxic. You are toxic to me. That's what social media is. They're that person you shouldn't be fucking with, but they send you a picture of them just like, with their ass out going, I don't know, guys, but they because women aren't really enticed by dick pics, but for dudes, they just send you a picture of them bent over. That's what social media is doing to me. Just sends me something it knows. Twitter's like, I know you can't resist this, Mike. I know you want to watch this. Come on, dude. Don't you want to see that Melania talks shit about her daughter and her husband? And I'm like, fuck, I kind of do. Fuck, don't. No, Twitter, no. I'm trying to be good. Twitter's like, dude, come get this fucking righteous anger. Look at these. Oh, come on, dude. Come on, daddy. That's what I feel like Twitter's doing to me. It's like, come on, daddy. Come on, Twitter. And then get lost in a fucking anger cyclone for 2 hours. Come on. Don't you want to? And I go, no. Stop it, Twitter. You're bad for me. You're bad for me. I would delete you if I wasn't a comedian. You fucking dirty fucking slut. Stop sending me your nasty fucking pussy pics. I don't want them. I do, but I fucking don't. Also, Melania making fun of her husband and her daughter, like that's a thing. Like, oh, the wife talks shit about the husband and the kid. Yeah, everyone does that, dude. Everyone fucking does that. We've all talked shit about our family. We all do. We still love them. I've talked shit about my family. My friends and family talk shit about me. I know they do. They have to. It's just, don't go around being like, oh, like there's plenty of shit to rag on Trump for, okay? But don't be like, ooh, even his wife talks shit about him. Well, fucking, yeah. All of you, we've all left a Thanksgiving or Christmas or a holiday party, and on the ride, as soon as we got in the car, just started being like, dude, what the fuck is up with cousin Billy? Right away, right? You've all done it where you just start talking shit about one of your relatives right away. You have the whole time, you haven't seen this person in forever, and you meet him, you're like, hey, when you start hugging, you're like, next time, buddy. As soon as you get in the car with whoever you're going home with, you just unleash. What the fuck was she wearing? Scratch tickets? Are we scratch tickets as a Christmas present? Are we fucking for real? Are we for scratch tickets? Scratch tickets? $2 scratch tickets? That's my Christmas present? You fucking bitch. Like, you've all done it. You've all done it. And you've all done it when you get in the car and right away you just go, oh my God. You see Carrie Ann's boyfriend? Oh, what a fucking... How many teeth do you think he has? Any? With those dentures? Will that woman ever find a decent man? You've all done it. We've all fucking do it. So don't act like her talking shit about her husband and her kid is any different, okay? A lot of you motherfuckers cheat on your spouses and beat your kids. You know? Dude, I remember when I was... Fuck, how old was I, man? I think I was 6. And like, I went to school literally a block from my house, right? And my dad didn't give me a ride, and I'm outside with my brother, and I go, Dad's fucking lazy. He's just lazy, and he doesn't care about it. So why he won't drive us? All of a sudden, my window opens, and my dad sticks his head out and goes, you fucking talking shit about me. And I'm like, talk shit about you, I'll fucking come. He didn't come down there because he was fucking lazy. Could have beat my ass if he got off his fucking ass and came downstairs. But I cannot believe I didn't get a beating for that. Like, I've gotten a lot of beatings, but I can't believe I never got a beating for that one. I would have beaten me. Like, if I don't want to hit my kids, but if I ever heard my kid talking shit about me to my other kid, oh, I'd fucking hit him. Oh, beaten down. Fucking slap fest. Wow. Well, anyway, guys, fucking careful out there, man. There's a lot going on in the world, and your personal mental health is your responsibility. So be on top of it, and remember that if you take shit into you and it's toxic, just like how I actually had a good friend of mine call me out in a group text because I was posting. I was like, "Did you guys see this?" And this was like a couple weeks ago, and it was a violent video. And he goes, "Dude, what are you doing spreading this shit?" He goes, "Dude, we know people punch out old people. Why you?" And he texted me, and he goes, "Dude, I never thought you'd do that." And I go, "Oh, I'm just really fucked up because I got shit going on in my life, and I'm angry." And I was like, "Fuck." And he goes, "You could just talk about it." And I was like, he goes, "I'm fucked up too." And I go, "Fuck. Sometimes that's all it is, man." And I go, "Oh, dude, I don't want to be that dude. I don't want to be that dude in a group chat who's sending conspiracy theories or being like, hey, look at this fucking guy who punched a here's a video of a 95-year-old lady getting fucking donkey punched in Omaha." I don't want to be that dude. And it's a feeling of frustration that causes that. So don't be aware, but don't let the toxicity fucking conquer you, man. And most of all, don't spread it. You can inform people. I inform people through memes now. Okay? Just it's a funny meme about something that happened. That's what I do. Because I feel like anything else, I might be spreading certain toxicity and negativity. Be aware of that. Be aware how you handle this shit, man. Because it's a weird fucking time. And it's not like we can look to our parents on how to handle social media. They got nothing for us. They were just sitting around getting high, fucking girls in parks and running trains on the boardwalks. So. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. I appreciate you. Keep your fucking act together. Love you guys. Take care.